Last time on Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. Maki was working on the computer, hand moving the mouse around rapidly. You know how to work a computer, Maki?
Nope.
No, I don't know shit. I'm pretty sure I just installed adware on it.
Hey guys, Raiden here and welcome back to Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. And can we just take a second and stop and ignore adorable Maki right now and Himiko looking like she's gonna murder someone in the background. One thing people don't really tend to talk about in these games, which I really should point out that I've been thinking about a lot, is the graphic design of Danganronpa V3 is absolutely stellar. Like, we've been getting a ton of games that have such unique menu design and interface, like Persona 5, this game, and a few others I'd say same for Nier Automata and games like that. A lot of RPGs have these really amazing looking menus. This is no exception. Like, everything they do pours style into it because it's a visual novel, essentially. When you have a visual novel, what can you do to make it more interesting outside of the story? You have to make the entire aesthetic feel like something completely unique. And although I hear people talk about stories and how much they like characters and soundtracks, this seems to be something that's always glossed over. People tend to ignore when menus are made well and made attractive, and instead tend to look towards menus that are made poorly. So just wanted to say, interface here, graphic design, beautiful. I love it.
Quit screwing around. Quit talking about your dumb design shit no one cares about. Let's hurry up and go.
Going to do his best.
Going to do his best. Going to do his best too. Going to do his best to be even a little bit useful for everyone.
Wow.
I'm so excited. I'll definitely expose the culprit this time.
What's so exciting about this? I don't know, to figure out who killed Miyu so I can give them an award. Okay, I'm kidding. I don't hate her that much, but a lot of people seem to agree with me when I said this was the proper time for Miyu to die. Like, it's just at the time where she started to kind of become annoying, but it wasn't enough so that you absolutely hated her, and that seemed to be a wide consensus, so. With conflicting emotions in our hearts, we headed to the Shrine of Judgment. So one thing I am really relieved about is you guys told me that the post-game of Danganronpa V3, there's the, how do I say it, like conversations that we've been having that I can get through, and all the Love Hotel events that we can get through. And I'm really excited to see those, and apparently all the other stuff is extra, and there's like a game mode in there that could take you over 20 hours to get through or something like that. And chances are we won't do that, but I definitely want to see the conversation mode with all the characters. I'll probably test it out a little bit, some of those extra modes, but I'm probably gonna stop it after we've seen everything with the characters and their backstories and such. Looks like that's everyone. Oh, this everyone, huh? There are a lot less of us now.
It's plain to see.
This is just half of what we started with.
Unfortunately.
Because we've allowed this game to continue, but we must stop it somehow.
Right?
But we can't stop it now. We can't let the fun end.
Don't.
Cut it out. I'm certain this trial will be the last one.
Hey.
Nah, we still have 2 left.
Let's focus on surviving the class trial first, but that doesn't mean that necessarily there will be 2 more sets of deaths, because even so, remember in the last game, I think the very last trial was like a quote-unquote like final boss trial where it wasn't actually against someone who murdered someone else. So let's focus on surviving this class trial first.
You're right. If we mess up here, our numbers will go down even quicker. It'd just be the culprit left.
But
That might be okay. Maybe that's just another way to stop the killing game. If we all die, then the killing game would end.
what?
Don't say stupid crap like that. It'd be pointless if we all die.
Okay.
Well, we don't have to worry. We got the ultimate detective on our side.
You're right.
Yeah, it's time for the detective to shine, Suichi. Please keep up the good work.
And honestly, right now, I think there are only 2 possible culprits in my heart. And it's either Tsumugi or Gonta. I apologize.
Okay.
None of these other characters feel like they can die right now, if that makes sense. All of them feel like they've developed to a point, and I doubt it was Kokichi because that'd be way too obvious, that it feels like they could not commit murder at this moment. But who knows? Yeah, I'll do my best. Yes, I have to keep it together. This is the only time my talent can shine. I'm not just saving my life, everyone's life is on the line. If I can't find the truth here, everyone will be sacrificed. I will never let that happen.
Come on, man.
Hey, Suichi, you're getting all tense. Well, I would get tense too if everyone's like,
Don't worry, Suichi could do it. Suichi could do it. We're all idiots. Just put it on Suichi.
Huh?
What?
I mean,
Didn't I tell you before, Shuichi, don't carry the burden all.
you get it?
And didn't I tell you before not to get in the way, Kaido? Huh? What's your problem?
You really don't get it.
We're all relying on Shuichi to carry our asses through the class trial, okay? You're like a parrot repeating the same lines over and over. You're bothering him.
No.
I think the most annoying thing you can do I think that's the most annoying thing you can do to Shuichi, you know that?
Huh?
What do you mean? I'm not...
Shut up.
Kokichi, you're annoying.
Please don't.
Whoa, Killer Girl is glaring at me. I was only kidding around. Maki's glare seemed to do the trick. Kokichi turned around dejected.
Jeez.
Finally, that pest is gone. Thanks, Maki Girl. Just suck it up, Kaido. Now's not the time to be bickering with
Got
each
it.
other. Huh, my bad, sorry. Kaido, I'm okay.
Well,
I know what you want to say, Kaido. You don't have to worry.
I believe in you.
I see. In that case, I'll believe in you and won't say anything else.
Shuichi!
But if you have any problems, let me know. I'll help you. I'm here for you, bro, even though I can't really help you with anything that has to do with any sort of logic.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kaido. I love how he's just like a living Kamiya, practically. And has no other purpose, and that's fine.
Going to do his best.
Going to not really understand what happened, but going to try real hard this time to be useful. Oh, don't worry, Gonta, you're never useful. I'm just being truthful here, honestly. Like, he's nice and adorable, and I don't want him to die, but he's not really useful. Except for doing things like lifting manhole covers. This time will really be the end, if not...
I believe in you.
I believe in you, and won't say anything else.
Shuichi!
But if you have any problems... Yeah, I know, you just said that.
You.
You didn't forget, right? Remember who you are. Make sure you never forget that.
Me.
You must have it rough, Shuichi. That obnoxious guy is always bothering
Shuichi.
you. If you ever need my help, call me. I'll shut him up so he never gets in your way. Miu certainly wasn't perfect, but that doesn't mean she deserved to be killed. No one deserves what happened to her, not a single person. Oh, Kibo seems the most torn up about it. Like, if anyone, I guess Kibo is the only one who had, like, a real affiliation towards her, because she was always working on him, so...
Hey, Shuichi.
We'll be depending on you this time too, Mr. Ultimate Detective.
Okay, let's just touch the Monokuma groin and move on. You don't have to play this cutscene anymore. I've seen it a billion times. Aren't those kind of expensive to replace? I mean, you could have come up with something different. It's just a waste of money. Not that this entire school has any concept of money, and for some reason the water's made out of mercury.
Let's do it.
Alright, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah. The 8 of us got into the elevator. The door shut behind us. And like all those times before, we descended. It was dead quiet. The only sound I could hear was the beating of my heart in my ears. My body was trembling. The more I tried to control it, the worse it got. There's no way to get used to it, really, the fear of death. We were all fighting it, trying to be courageous. We all felt as though we were going to our own execution. No, not an execution. A test of our will to survive. Wow, that was a really nice speech, Shuichi. Give it like a 9 out of the 10. 9 out of the 10. 9 out of 10. Finally, the elevator door stopped and the doors opened. And though I couldn't explain it, my body stopped trembling. In fact, I kind of like it here now.
Welcome!
Welcome. Go ahead, stand behind any open podium, except for the ones with dead bodies on them. What happened to him? Oh, it's because he disobeyed the rules. Isn't that why?
Ooh.
Move your asses. You don't want to see what I'll do if you keep father waiting.
Huh?
Wait, is he back to normal?
Why?
Oh, you're not friend anymore? You jerks must feel pretty slick using Monotaro's forgetfulness to befriend him. He just decided on his own that we were his friends.
Bastards!
But I won't let you guys trick Monotaro anymore, because he's already forgotten. He may have forgotten that he was on Daddy's side. But now he's forgotten that he had forgotten that he was on Daddy's side. Oh god, this is becoming confusing. Thanks to me, because I smacked the stuffing out of him.
Yeah, how confusing. Well, whatever.
Really?
I can't remember, but one of you guys is the culprit, right? I can't be in the same room as a killer. It's dangerous. I'm gonna lock myself in my room, maybe even set up a barricade. That's another death flag.
Anyway,
Let's just get this started. The heart-racing excitement as the black and the spotless face off. We went to our podiums as always. Oh yeah, the classic Danganronpa theme. We knew what we had to do. There was no protest left in us. It's already the 4th time. The 4th class trial is about to begin. I know this LP's taken like months, but it feels like it's gone by so quickly. Miyu Uruma, the ultimate inventor. She may have given us a lot of trouble, but we all miss her. It's a tragedy after all. She helped me and Kaede with those cameras, gave Kibo extra functions. In the end, she had done a lot for us. And the culprit that killed her, boom, 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 okay, is one of us. Not the red ones, though. I need to discover who that is. In order to survive, I have to find the culprit. I love Kokichi's little one down there, because it's just him so well. He's like, yay, killing game. Although that one with Suichi doesn't really represent him anymore. Angie's could be that way forever. That's her only emotion is yay! And I will fight for it. I will fight with truth and lies in this class trial. You know what, in all honesty, I think I'll just save for the last trial. Actually, you know what, we'll get this one. This one increases influence. We'll just save the rest for the last trial, or the last 2 trials, I guess I should say. Okay, let's start then. Let's find out who killed Miyu. I have a good feeling that I'm going to be able to piece this together pretty easily.
now then,
I know, Monokuma.
You need more
Oh.
motivation.
Yeah, actually, hold on. I was skipping it because he says the same thing every time. With this, I was like, ah, screw it, this is tiresome. You need more motivation.
I do. I really, really do. Now then, let's start this class trial.
Before we start, I just want to ask something since there's not a lot of us left. What happens if the votes result in 2 first places?
Huh? You mean like the tie? It means they're both the blackened. As long as one of them is correct. It's fine.
What?
Daddy, are you sure you should make a decision like that so casually?
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Doesn't that mean that that actually puts it in our favor for once? That's kind of weird of him to do.
Thanks. Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now.
By that, he means he can start screwing it up.
What game? How long are you gonna keep saying that?
Just ignore Kokichi. The rest of us need to work together to find the truth. Got it? We can't die here! Oh my! Himiko has become so determined!
I know I like New Himiko a lot more than I did the earlier one.
It's true! People really do change!
But now she's lost what made her so unique.
That's none of your business!
I thought the part that made her unique was the fact that she did magic tricks. I don't know what this has to do with it. Now she's just kind of angry, though.
We should focus on the class trial. First, we need to clarify...
Kaito's the culprit!
What?
What? Say that to my face!
While we were all still logged in, Kaito logged out alone, right? You were able to move freely. Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder?
Don't screw around! There's no way I'm the culprit!
Kaito right. Kaito couldn't have killed Mew.
How long are you gonna keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know. We already saw that a bunch of times. So many times. Since Kaede.
The fact that Kaido was the only one logged out is suspicious. But he's not the culprit. He can't be. I'm hoping not. Oh god. Okay.
Kaito logged out first, by himself.
Uh-huh.
Mew was still logged in there. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito culprit? Impossible!
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it.
I love how he even said
We found that
impossible.
bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
What do you mean, last words?
First, we need to decide if Miu was killed in the real world or the virtual world. That's where the problem lies.
Kaito logged out first, by himself.
Well, the thing is, am I supposed to agree
Miu
with
was
Kaito's
Miu.
statement of the fact that the poison was on his chair?
Still logged
Whoa,
in,
hold
though.
on.
That's when you poisoned
That's not what I wanted to do.
Kaito?
How do I do the thing?
Kaito culprit? Impossible.
There we go. I don't know why it wasn't working before. Yeah, I think that's what it is the fact that we haven't actually...
Miu was still logged in, though.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't mean to do that. I was just trying to fire my... Oh, I wanted to fire the poison at the poison section. Yep,
Poison?
she was.
Right, Kaito.
Gotcha.
That's wrong.
There's no proof that she was killed by poison. Just the fact that the bottle was
Miu
there.
wasn't killed by poison, and the warning on the label proves it.
Wait, what?
Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging.
Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
Oh, but Miu's body. That's right. Her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison.
Does that mean Kokichi was just carrying it around with him for fun?
Then what was that poison for?
Probably a diversion. The culprit wanted us to think Miu died by poison.
Then, what was her real cause of death?
Miu's real cause of death. There's only one I can think of. When everyone logged out. When everyone logged in for the first time. No, that's not what it was. Well, I think it should be... device instruction, shouldn't it? Is that really the cause of Miu's death? I don't understand. Judging from the body, maybe the cause of the death wasn't located in the real world.
Damn it!
Everyone's staring at me. I screwed up. They think I'm a fraud. Wait, is it just the killing game simulator? Is that it? Is that really it? Killing game simulator, objects can't break, avatars not injured. Well, okay, yeah.
This is it!
Miu's cause of death was the killing game simulator itself.
I thought that was blatantly obvious, but...
In the virtual world, if your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies of
I
shock.
love how everything has an XXX over it. Oh my god. That's amazing.
That was made clear in the program's text file.
Miu received fatal damage in the virtual world and died from that shock.
In that case, it's fair to say that the cause of death was actually the simulator.
Gonta has question. Where is this virtual world place? What floor is it on?
If you don't understand, then don't say anything.
If Miu was killed in the virtual world, then the next thing we need to figure out is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world.
So her cause of death in the virtual world is the one that matters.
Oh, it seems like Gonta is confused. So why don't we review things a bit? So we split into two groups to find the secret of the outside world.
The ones who searched the mansion were me, Shuichi, Samugi, Gonta, and that NPC Kaito.
Hey, who you calling NPC, you ASS?
And the others who searched the chapel were Keyboy, Maki, Himiko, and the late Miu.
How could someone have given her fatal damage in that situation? That's what we gotta think about. Now, let's all work together.
Aww, little Himiko is all grown up. Too bad your chest hasn't grown up, though.
Wow, he just doesn't care.
That was uncalled for. Someday, My chest will grow like crazy!
Okay, yeah, so sorry if this video does skip a bit at times. I think something is wrong with my recording interface, so I'm gonna try to piece this trial together the best I can. The veil. Oh, she said that. Or he said that. Let's pin that down. Non-stop debate. Up, down.
In the virtual world, Miu was fatally injured. So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Whatever did that to Miu was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved?
Going to never
I think
hit that lady.
strangulation is more likely.
It's possible she was pushed from a great height.
Could she have drowned?
Could she have drowned?
In the virtual...
Okay, hold on. Signboard just long enough to use as a bridge across the river. A hammer found on the ground by Miu's avatar. She claims she had rewritten the virtual world's program. Delete all that stuff. I'm guessing I have to agree that it's strangulation with Miu's corpse. Because she's holding her neck like she was
virtual
strangled.
world, Miu was fatally injured. So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Whatever did that to Miu was dropped right next to her avatar.
Or going to beat her with his bare hands. Force was involved. I think strangulation is more likely.
I agree.
Yeah, I got it. I have a good feeling about this one. I have a feeling I'm going to get a lot of them.
Severe trauma and signs of a struggle.
Yeah, she looked like she suffered. Very hard to look at.
Right. And the virtual world is connected to our 5 senses.
1, 2, 3.
If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well. Knowing that, I believe Maki is correct. Miu was strangled to death.
Yeah, definitely.
She's like, yeah, I knew that all along.
Strangling and poison are the only methods that can make her look like she suffocated. But we already removed the possibility of poison, so it can only be strangulation. Also, when a victim is poisoned, they commonly grab their chest or mouth. But Miu was holding her throat. It's obvious she was trying to protect her windpipe.
Oh. The assassin master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses.
In that case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
But is strangulation even possible in the virtual? If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim.
I guess that would make sense. But Miu's had special properties to it.
Yeah, if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her.
Then the culprit would need a tool. There are tons of cases where a weaker person would strangle a stronger person with a rope.
Is it the toilet paper?
Wow, you know a lot about killing, nerd.
It's the only time she'll ever be called that.
But was there even a rope in that world? I don't remember seeing one.
Then they must have used something else as a rope.
It was the toilet paper. What's a toilet paper? Very fitting for me, now that I think about it.
This is it! During the investigation, we found toilet paper outside the mansion.
I was so ready for him to make up some bullshit name for toilet paper and be like, during the investigation, we found the paper cleaning wipes outside the mansion next to the ropeway. Is this toilet paper? What would toilet paper be doing here?
I'm guessing that the toilet paper was used to strangle her.
Gonta, no can ignore that!
What? Is this gonna be because Gonta doesn't
What do you
understand how
mean,
toilet paper
Shuichi?
works? And then it's strong?
Huh? What's wrong?
What, wrong? Shuichi goofing off! Not gentlemanly at all!
Whoa, this early?
There's no time for nonsense! You know can use toilet paper in place of rope! Would tear too easy! Even Gonta know that, and Gonta not smart!
No, I'm positive toilet paper was used
Because
instead
items
of rope.
don't break.
Mew died such an awful death. So why you not take this seriously? You call yourself ultimate detective? Use your head! Figure out real murder weapon!
This is getting too emotional. Not good for a rational debate. There was something off in the conversation just now. I should
Mew
attack
died
that.
Such an awful death.
Was it only in the first
So
area?
why you not take this serious? You call your
Okay, hold on. I gotta see if the killing game simulator, because that's what I want to say. Objects can't break. Okay.
self ultimate detective? Use your head! Figure out real murder weapon!
I am.
No, I'm positive toilet paper
Did I
was
miss the
used
yellow mark
instead of
again?
rope.
I think I missed it.
There's no time for nonsense! You know can use toilet paper in place of rope!
Yes, you can.
Would tear too easy!
Gotcha.
I'll cut through your words.
Master Samurai Suichi.
The toilet paper wouldn't tear. Because in a virtual world, objects are unbreakable.
Unbreakable?
You're so dumb, Gonta. You didn't even know that?
If objects can't break in that world, then toilet paper shouldn't be able to tear. And since it couldn't tear, it could be used as a rope.
Gonta not really understand, but... Sorry, Shuichi. Gonta was wrong.
It's okay, Gonta. Don't worry about it.
Killed by toilet paper. It was a fitting end for her.
It really was. I'm actually really happy about that, in a sad way.
A fitting end? I do not fully understand that logic.
But if Mew was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
Maybe the culprit tried to get rid of it to destroy the evidence.
If the culprit meant to get rid of it... Yeah, I thought they might have placed it there to make it look like they used it to climb down from the roof or something. The culprit meant to get rid of it. The evidence, they did a poor job of it. There was a much better place where they could have destroyed it.
If toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her?
Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon, just in case.
No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer.
Miyu did. It seemed like she wanted to lock everyone inside using the hammer and the other object or something.
No? But who else but the culprit would bring a hammer?
Wait, we already know who brought that hammer. Monokuma! Yes, it was
That's
me,
it.
Monokuma. I brought the hammer down.
Mew was the one who brought the hammer.
Mew bring hammer?
Remember what she told us?
I rewrote that program to deal with all dangerous objects so they could be... Oh, that could be used as weapons. But she let the hammer
Yeah,
out.
she did say she deleted any dangerous objects.
If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer. Meaning that Mew must have left it on purpose.
On purpose?
But why she do that?
Miyu brought the hammer for sure, but what did she need it for? We need to make that clear. Yeah, I'm thinking it's to keep everyone inside, but she'd also need nails for that. And since objects can't penetrate each other, that doesn't make any sense.
Let's
Unless
assume
she
that
programmed
Mew
it
brought
that
the
way.
hammer. What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Uses for a hammer. Gonta no! Mew gonna build stuff with hammer!
Nice try,
Probably just brought
Gonta.
it for self-defense.
Or she secret...
What was their meaning about again?
While everyone was gathered at the chapel, Miu told Kokichi to meet her on the rooftop of the mansion. However, when everyone was deciding how to split up to search for the secret of the outside world, Miu volunteered to search the chapel.
Miu gonna build stuff with hammer.
A DIY
Just
project.
brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone.
Which is true.
I agree.
Man, I'm getting better at these V points now.
Miu was gonna meet up with someone in the virtual world.
Mm-hmm. With me. I was supposed to meet up with Miu on the roof of the mansion.
What? Is that true?
I overheard them talking about it at the chapel.
By the way, Miu asked to meet up with me before we went into the virtual world. I totally forgot where we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us.
Wait, so Miu called Kokichi out?
Oh, it was the other way around, not Kokichi to Miu.
If Miu brought the hammer, I wonder what she was planning to do with it.
Kokichi already figured it out. She was planning to kill Kokichi, make Kokichi kill someone, plan a murder with Kokichi, confess her love to Kokichi. Kokichi, I love you so much. I'm just shove this hammer right down your throat.
That's it.
Because it wouldn't make any sense for her to plan a murder with him.
She was trying to
There can only be
kill
one
Kokichi.
blackened.
She was what?
Yep, she plotted to meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer. If you want to prove this, you'll need to figure out Miu's plan, okay?
Miu's plan, huh? I'm sure if I analyze the clues we found, I can figure something out. Alright, let's do it. Oh my god, I get to drive again. Sit outside like, Suichi's doing that shit again with her race car SD. It's like, yep. Kind of just like, well, we have to wait out here while Kokichi makes these dumb race car noises. Hope there's not another Monokuma in here, because I suck at finding them in here. They're so easy to pass by. Look at that sunset, or sunrise. Who tried to kill... No, it's Kyle. Who tried to Kyle Kokichi. Kill, there we go. Kill. Who tried to kill Kokichi. Thinking time. That's something I do very often. Mioruma. Kibo. Kibo is solely interested in murder. What is happening up ahead? Where was Miu trying to kill Kokichi? On the rooftop! Come on, give me the options. Because it was on the rooftop. I assure you. For sure. The virtual world, the afterlife. Yeah, she's gonna plot with Kyo in the afterlife to kill Kokichi. Wonderful idea. Well, that's fine. I always wanted to kill Kokichi anyway. Perhaps we should do it with the seesaw effect. We're not repeating the dumb seesaw effect, Kyo. What do you mean it's a foolproof plan? It's weird. That's one of the things to me that I'm not quite sure how it became like a meme in the DR community. Not that I'm very familiar with the DR community in general, but I don't know, it's the weirdest thing to take from this game, really. Why was a bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat? Is that what's with those sexy pictures of Tsumugi over there on that signboard?
Just like, yep, in my mind, just thinking about sexy Samugi all the time. To divert attention. Because he's just trying to screw with us.
It connects.
Unless it was Miyu who placed it. Then it probably was. When Kokichi just gets out of his chair, he's like, oh, someone let me some free poison. Great.
In the real world.
She placed the poison on my seat to make us think the murder happened in the real world.
She did that too?
What? Miyu was the one who put that poison bottle there? No, that ain't right. Something's definitely weird about that.
Could Kaido be onto something, or is he just trying to bring up something?
When could Miyu have put the poison there?
If she did place the poison without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point.
And then what? She logged back in?
No, because we have the
Kokichi,
records.
weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then Miyu couldn't have placed the poison. That's wrong!
That is technically wrong, buddy.
It was Miyu who planted the poison on Kokichi's chair. She had plenty of time to do it. Here, take a look at this.
Hey guys, we're back again. I'm sorry if this video is kind of cutty and weird, but something's wrong with my recording right now, or my recording setup. My capture card, I'm probably going to have to replace it. I've been meaning to for a while, but now it's kind of setting in that it's something I have to do soon.
That's right. It says that Miyu was the last of us to log in.
Yeah, what about it?
If she logged in last, she would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in.
That right. She could have placed poison bottle on Kokichi's seat.
This was all part of Miyu's plan. She tried to kill me in the virtual world, make us think it happened in the real world, then pin the crime on Kaito.
Well, that's not my fault.
Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose.
So she did that to me?
Yes, I'm positive of that. Miyu used a method only she could use to log Kaito out manually.
I wonder what would finally cause her to snap and do that. I really want to know her thought process here, because the idea of Miyu wanting anything except for just, you know, I want to leave, is pretty interesting to me, because she doesn't strike me as a character that's trying to leave for good or evil or anything like that. She strikes me as a character who wants to leave because she's tired of being here. That may literally be it. How did Miyu log Kaito out? With the cell phone. Wherever the cell phone is. The cell phone. There we go.
This is it! It was the cell phone found by Miyu's avatar. That cell phone worked the same way as the phone in the salon. I verified this
Whoops, I'm super
myself
sorry.
when I spoke Kaito's name into it.
Kaito Momoda. Logged out.
I see. With that cell phone, she could force anyone to log out at any time.
But Miyu never mentioned a cell phone, right?
That's what Shuichi referred to when he mentioned a method only she could use. She kept the cell phone a secret on purpose, so she could...
So...
Okay, something's actually...
really
Oh,
was
that's why.
planning a murder.
I was like, why does it keep skipping these cutscenes? And the controller is actually upside down in my hand because I was, like, screwing around with some things.
And she tried to set me up.
Man, I'm so good at recording. I've been doing this for years, and now I'm just messing it all up in this episode.
Well, I knew that from the start.
Then why did you say I was the culprit?
Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull. People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you. This is a game of suspicion. Well, I think your ideals should stay the same. Because phonies like you are what make the game more interesting. Don't you agree, Monokuma?
What do you mean phonies like him? I am 100% sure Kaido is this stupid. Hey, I'm not stupid. Kaido, take a look at yourself. Do you really think you're all that intelligent?
Do I? I don't know about that. Huh? Wait, what were we talking about?
I wonder when Daddy's gonna get his motivation back.
Yeah! If Father keeps slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy.
Huh? Mommy?
Oh no.
My head! I feel like I'm about to remember something, but I can't.
What's wrong, Monotaro? Pull yourself together!
Anywho, it's a blessing in disguise that Mew died and not me.
What you mean?
'Cause she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened in the virtual world. You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know. She would have been able to lie about the virtual world settings as much as she wanted. And you'd never know that the murder actually took place in the virtual world.
So that's why she decided to attempt a murder, because she had total control.
Then the reason Mew was so insistent we go into the virtual world was...
You guys are like bitching because you haven't been to the virtual world yet. Once you go, you'll understand. Seriously, it's so fucking awesome. I know you guys will love it. And then you're gonna fall in love with me for showing it to you guys. So let's just dive in, okay? We'll do it together. Oh, God.
She was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person.
She wasn't shady before.
I was sad that she was gone, but now I don't know what to think.
Nice! Backstabbed by a trusted friend.
You're just getting off on this, aren't you, Kokichi?
See? That's an ideal fun situation! Now we can start a real class trial!
Hey, Kokichi sort of sound like Monokuma.
What?
Really? I don't sound anything like him.
No, you're just like Monokuma. Both of you are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
Wait,
You don't want to see
coward?
his true
You
face.
say some interesting things sometimes, Kaito.
Smiling, putting on a mask, never saying what you really think. That kind of cowardice is just like Monokuma.
Daddy, they're calling you a coward! Aren't you gonna do something?
Yeah, I just gotta do my signature laugh, right? There, I did it.
I can't believe this is the same voice actor as Luthier. Like, I just can't have that nailed into my head that these two characters are the same.
He's completely lost his drive! Like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former fame.
My head!
Listen up, Kokichi. To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I will never be okay with it. I'm just gonna believe in everyone. Instead of suspecting my friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure, be my guest.
Of course I can. I don't need your permission.
I actually really like the dynamics between Kaido and Kokichi. It's one of my favorites in the series, I'd have to say.
How long are you guys going to argue? Let's hurry this up and continue. If we don't find the culprit, then we'll all die, you know that?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
If we are going to begin searching for the culprit, let's start with Kokichi's story.
Huh? My story?
You were meeting with Mew, but she ended up as the victim. So it's only natural for us to think you're the killer, right?
Here's my answer. I never met up with Mew.
You didn't?
I tried to go to the roof to meet up with her, but the door was locked.
But isn't lockpicking your specialty? You should have been able to open it easy.
I couldn't pick locks with my avatar body. I didn't have the tools for it either. Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting.
I remember. You and Gonta went off together when we first started looking.
But was the door to the roof actually locked? When I was on the roof before logging out, the door wasn't locked.
Huh? How should I know?
Then who locked the door to the roof?
I already told you. How should I know?
Because you know.
When I went to the roof, it wasn't locked. So you gotta be lying.
What good would it be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know.
No, you seem fine with it.
Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that.
What kind of response is that? That's suspicious as hell!
Wait, there's no point in arguing about that now. The truth will come out eventually. Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Mew's death. Truth? There were mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. We need to make sense of those first.
Like
Well,
what?
Shuichi, you know your way around this game. Yes, keep up the hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands.
Literally, no one else wants to do anything at all.
So, what is this strange circumstance?
Kokichi claims it was Mew who chose the meeting place. But I'm wondering how she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof.
I see. Mew sent the bridge connecting the mansion and chapel into the river herself.
Yeah, that's what she was like. Whoopsie doodles.
If that's the case, then Mew might not have even gone to the roof.
Huh? So she stood me up? It's very rude to break a promise.
It's true. First, we need to determine if Mew was actually there or not. Did she go, or was she never on the roof at all?
Mew was waiting for me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No, Mew should have been at the chapel.
Tsumugi's account.
If you look at where her avatar fell, it's right next to the chapel.
How would she have gotten to the mansion? There was no bridge over the river.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
So, her meeting with Kokichi...
She stood me up!
At first glance, it seems as if it's impossible for Mew to go to the mansion. But there has to be some evidence that shows it was possible. Wouldn't it be Tsumugi's account, though?
Mew was waiting for me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No, Mew should have been at the chapel.
Gotcha.
That's wrong!
Feels so good. I don't know why. Just feels great when you get that viewpoint.
Mew must
No
have gone
comments
to the
about that
mansion.
comment.
We have a witness.
Yeah, when I was searching the dining room, I saw Mew pass by the window.
Then why didn't you say so sooner?
Sorry, I thought I was just mistaken at first.
Why is not Mew, why is Kyo's entire portrait covered in blood? I guess it's supposed to be like spirits and like a ghostly aura or whatever.
Since there was no way she could have come to the mansion. But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Mew.
Then, how did she get to the mansion from the chapel?
There must have been some special method only Mew knew, like with that cell phone.
There's no doubt about that. That's why she dropped the bridge. If a murder occurred when it was impossible to cross the river, she wouldn't be implicated. She used a secret method to move from the chapel to the mansion for the murder.
She dropped the bridge to make a huge scene just to let everyone know it's no longer there.
So, what secret method did she use?
It won't be that easy to figure out. It's called a secret method for a reason.
Well, I imagine it's one of two things. Either she put the board in the river, which caused the river spawn point to hit somewhere else, and the board came back out somewhere else, and she crossed, or whatever that point is, she just went there herself. Kind of hard to figure out.
No worries, guys. As long as we leave it to Shuichi, everything will be A-okay.
What?
What are you saying? We can't just rely on Shuichi all the time. This class trial's for all of us. We're here to solve this together.
You would just slow down Shuichi.
Shut up!
I don't have time to deal with Kokichi right now. I need to focus on the case. I'm positive that Miu used some kind of special method to get to the mansion. Okay, I'll just have to figure out what it was. Non-stop debate.
A way across that only Miu knew about.
Like a hidden bridge besides that signboard, maybe.
Or instead of bridge, Miu used some kind of vehicle to go over.
Like a rocket?
Maybe she teleported with magic. Or she
That
used
could
a
be
warp
right.
Zone.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
A hidden route that only Miu could use to get across. I suppose it is possible she used that.
Okay, hold on. What's Kaido's account? Kaido was the only one logged out from the virtual world. While he was looking for the secret of the outside world, on the mansion's rooftop, a ring of light appeared around his feet, and he was suddenly logged out. Okay, that's not what that was. Not knowing if it was okay.
To change places.
Where are the other
Man,
ones?
you guys are way off.
Kokichi in the salon and wall added by Miu. Coordinates in the virtual world are represented by X and Y axis. Miu added a wall along the length of the Y axis. The wall had a special setting that allowed non-human objects to pass through it. Allowed non-human objects to pass through. Okay, that's it.
Or maybe I'm just pulling your leg.
A bridge.
A route that only Miu could use to get across.
Yes, that's right.
I agree.
I am on point today. Not that this case is really hard to memorize.
That's it, Kibo. There was a hidden route only Miu could use.
Was there really?
Miu modified the program to add a special wall to the world. The wall stretches along the Y-axis, but we found 2 such walls in the virtual world. It's unclear whether Miu added the wall by the mansion or the wall near the chapel. We do know that that wall was set so that only objects could pass through.
Don't be naive, Shuichi.
What? Wait, what? I really didn't expect that. That actually kind of scared me.
What is it,
what-
Kaito?
Jeez, you set up a weird wall like that? That is suspicious, but it's got nothing to do with what we were talking about.
If you just let me finish my sentence, then yeah.
Nothing to do with it.
Huh. You don't even realize your mistake? Are you losing your edge? Oh well, my sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. I'll make it right.
I feel like he's trying a little too hard to be involved. Or he just wants to be helpful, really.
What we gotta figure out is how Miu got from the chapel to the mansion. So why waste time talking? It's pointless. We gotta take a whole new approach here.
Now, wait just a second. It's not actually impossible at all.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Miu set up only lets non-human objects go through it. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Miu obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all. You get it? So let's go through this one more time.
She is an object. That's her setting. She's not a person.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Miu set up only lets non-human objects. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Miu obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an
I'll cut through your words.
I don't know. You're trying to help, but you're not really helping. You're just kind of getting in the way of the
The
investigation.
wall wasn't the only thing that Miu changed.
I guess you're helping me explain my point, but not
She
the way you
also
intended.
changed her avatar settings from human to object.
From human to object?
Which means the virtual world treated her avatar as an object. She could have passed through a wall that only non-humans could go through.
Is that right?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says. I already told you, the more you try, the more you cause us trouble. It's so totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
Kokichi, enough! I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all.
He's super bothered about it. Oh my goodness.
It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
Okay.
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
So, if Mew messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through,
Then her secret route was through that wall?
that's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map. I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
But even if she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden passage? 'Cause Mew said...
No, you're not trapped here. Beyond that wall is at the end of the world, literally. Past that wall, nothing exists. Everything ends there.
She probably lied. There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
Mew lied.
I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now.
That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about there being nothing past the wall.
That's probably the best insult I've heard all game.
She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Kokichi, you no have to go that far.
Stop it! Don't badmouth Mommy!
I didn't think you guys would ever say anything directly to us during the trial, ever.
Monotaro?
Listen to you, talking about Mommy like she was a terrible lying whore.
But she was.
But Mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden route in that virtual world.
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
Oh, if you say that hint is important, then I guess it must be true.
Unless he's lying.
Ah, jeez. You're lucky you're cute.
Was Kokichi saying all that stuff about Miyu to get the Cubs to reveal something? I guess I should thank him, but I have no idea why he does things sometimes.
So now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the program? If there's actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
Mew wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan.
Yes. Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason. We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world...
Mystery of virtual world?
Yes, Gonta.
There have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world. If we can determine why, we will also determine what Mew was up to. We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
All right, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
Yeah, Gonta will help, even though Gonta not know what you're talking about.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing. Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
What thing are you talking about? The events that led us there. Was it the noise? Oh, the loud noise, yeah.
This is it! You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
Oh wait, that was Shuichi, not Samuki. Oh well, I guess Shuichi's scream sounds like that now. What was that sound? It sounded as if something was struck very hard. It came from outside, but...
You all heard that sound too?
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point. Did that sound really come from the chapel?
That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
And we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
For now, let's check outside. Oh no! What?
That was Kibo's voice, right? I think I heard him outside. He sounded close.
You heard my voice too?
What? That is pretty strange.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
Kokichi talked like he noticed something. Pretending not to know?
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me!
Sorry, I'm going to not mean it like that.
There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi?
I'm noticing that lying is like the biggest theme of the entire game, but who sat down at the table and they're like, you know what we should focus on? They're like, what? They're like, lying. Lying's great. Let's just make a whole game about lying. Hey guys, Raiden here, and I wasn't actually able to even complete this recording session because the capture card was going out so much. I had to piece together 38 different videos in order to make this singular video, so it was definitely time consuming, more so than I would have liked. I put in a new order for another capture card, and hopefully that comes in soon. It could come anywhere from 1 to 5 days. So thank you for your patience, especially with the series. I know I always suck at getting videos out on time, and I'm sorry for that. I feel awful every single time. I know I shouldn't, but I do. I just can't help it. It's like missing a work day or something. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be back when the capture card's fixed and I have a new one. Enjoy Shadows of Valentia in the meantime. See ya.